Hi class. Wanted to give a little overview of the homework assignment for qualitative coding. So I'm starting at modules and going to our page 6 for non-experimental research. In there, in the deliverables tab is where you can get to the homework for qualitative coding. And that is where you have the data and the directions for the assignment. So like we talked about in the chapter 6 for non-experimental, especially the qualitative approach, is that it's really rich with information, but it's not always clean. Like we gotta derive themes and content out of the responses that participants provide. So going back to our research methods scenario, where the research methods instructor also included some open-ended items on his survey to his classes and asked the students participating in his study what if they felt that particular topic was relevant or not. And just like open responses, there's all different amounts of information that might be provided. So similar to that nurse stress exercise that we did in the chapter video. You could have a lot of information or very little information, but this link right here is the data from those open responses. And what I want you to do is look across the responses and come up with an overall feeling of what you think that participant is saying on what is relevant to them overall or what is not relevant to them overall in terms of research methods topics. So let's take a look at that Excel file and see how it looks. So here it is, all of those green, like I have the data across the columns from A to K. So those are 11 different topics that are in the research methods class for that research methods instructor. And for each topic, he had an open response area saying, hey, what do you find relevant or not relevant about this topic area? But instead of taking it one topic at a time, what you want to do is look across all of these. So this is one participant, and we're calling that one participant case 106. Overall, so in this blue area are the themes. So I want you to develop themes and looking across that row, because that's one participant, 106. Overall, why does this participant feel that research methods topics are relevant, and why do they feel that research methods topics are not relevant? I find it a tip is to think of it like a friend is talking to you. And this is the things they're saying. From those comments that they're telling you, if you were to summarize overall, what do they feel is important or relevant in research methods, and what do they feel is not relevant? That's kind of how it's a good way to think about that. So that's participant 106. You've got a bunch here. Some are very wordy and some are not. All the way down to about 24, because there's 2 header rows. 24 cases, and you're gathering the themes for each one of those cases. Again, you're just looking through what is your feeling, what do you feel that participant is trying to communicate about how they feel, their experience with research methods topics being either relevant or not relevant. And you might not have something in every one of these cells. It might be that someone only talks about what is not relevant or only talks about what is relevant to them, and that's okay. So the first thing you're going to do is fill in those themes, right? And then if you look across all of it, like kind of going down now, what is the overall that you feel those students are feeling that is relevant about research methods and is not relevant about research methods? So you're getting kind of a summary of your summaries. And that's where you start writing. So after you draw the themes for each participant's set of responses, you're going to write a one-page summary. So this is where we're getting into our APA here on the overall attitudes that you're picking up across all of those participants. So to submit this, you submit your Excel table, which has your themes, but you're also going to upload your one-page summary, overall attitudes. Your APA expectations on this assignment include basic page formatting. So that's going to be double-spaced, 1-inch margins. The paragraphs get a 0.5-inch first line indent. Left aligned, not justified, right? Just your basics. And you can find all of the basics in section 2 of the APA manual. I also want you to add a level 2 heading that just says qualitative results. So that's going to be left aligned, bold, capital Q, capital R, before you go into your summary. Okay. And you can get more info on how to format your level 2 heading in section 2.27 of the APA 7 book. Now, that's for this assignment, right? And you have your rubric here. Is it complete? Is it connected? Did you target and maintain those APA areas, right? Less than 3 errors is meets expectations. But if you have 0 errors, then you're up in the exceeds expectations area. But that's for this assignment. What you want to keep note of is that eventually this goes into your final assignment, right? The homework data project. So this particular assignment has a place in there. Let's go check out that data project starter again. So you have your title, all of that, and I'm just going to scroll down to where we get to this assignment and where it goes in. Right there. Qualitative results, that's a level 2 heading. And this is your narrative summary. So once you get your feedback from this assignment, you want to also paste it right into here, or if you want to shorten it or lengthen it, depending on the feedback you get. And that's where it would go in your final data project homework. So I hope that gives you a good start on the homework QualCode, which is kind of the homework associated with Chapter 6. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them on our Q&A, course Q&A board, or send a Canvas inbox or anything like that. Have fun.